Hey guys, Black Projects 51 update. The Buster paint job is done for the most part. I'm debating about the midsection here, especially in the back and a little bit in the front because I have that bars and stars decal below the arc reactor. I can't paint around that. I can paint below it and above it, but I well, let me turn them around here and let me see if what I'm thinking is possible. Uh, yeah, actually it is. So, yeah, because where the bars and stars is, it's a separate panel. So, yeah, but there he is in all of his glory. Um, I have this one wire coming out of his foot, and it makes him unstable. And I glued the legs stationary. The arms still move, just up and down. If he does a lot of karate chops, I guess he's good to go. But yeah, so I'm gonna weather it hopefully tonight, and I'm gonna just try to find a good quality medium gray to dilute and apply as a wash. And it's been a long time since I've done a wash, but it is what it is. So the decals are protected now because they're all clear coated. All my other colors are protected for the same reason. So now I can go ahead and do the weathering, which, oh, and those things that go on his forearms, I've got to redo those. I'm going to paint them a different color, a lighter color, and I'm going to remove the decals off of them and prime them. I don't know. I could technically just prime over them. They're not going to really be noticeable. Um, Prime them, paint them, and then actually, before I paint them, I should probably go ahead and modify them because I was thinking about putting 2 to 3 brass rods as barrels sticking out of it, like it's some type of weapons, which I think they are in the movie. I don't know. I haven't watched these movies in very long, and I don't know exactly what those things did. The few video captures I've watched on YouTube of scenes of Hulkbuster, he wasn't using those things, or if I recall, it wasn't even on his forearm. So I don't know. Maybe I would have been better off just filling those holes and putting some other details on there. I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with it. Um, I noticed after the fact that, especially on the legs, there's some details that are misaligned along the seam line in the front and in the back on the legs, and it's something I could still fix. I just have to file it down, and I'm going to pull the battery off here. Right here, the top of these are uneven. Same thing going on in the back down here, right above my fingertip. Right there, you see the unevenness. That's a seam line, but what's interesting though is it's perfectly flush on the bottom, so it's it's not a uh, seam alignment. issue per se, as it is a manufacturing problem in conjunction with the seam lines. So, but I think I could probably fix them, touch them up, which I probably will. You know, it's I think it turned out pretty decent, and the wash will probably make it pop even more. And like I said, I was trying to keep it very subdued, and that's why the decals are kind of a eyesore for me. But you know, it is what it is. If I come across some files that are high resolution that print print well and on clear decal paper that I can print up and maybe replace these things, or I'll just leave it, because it is what it is. I'm not I'm not one of those guys that's very comfortable going backwards, and that's what I'd have to do. But and some of my seam lines, even though I puttied them, are still noticeable. Oh well, like I said, it's the diorama. I've got all the stuff for that. I shared that with you earlier. So once I get him completely done, weathered, I have nothing else to do. Then the diorama will come, and then I'll mount him on the diorama, show you guys that, and then he'll be out of the way and sitting up on my shelf. It'll be the first complete project that I've done in 11 years. And, you know, it's been a challenge in some ways, but, you know, I pulled up the picture files when I photographed this thing before I'd done any work on it. And I was amazed that on the front side of him, he's got painted details, the gold. And I think there's gold and silver, and that was it. A little bit of each on not very many panels. And then on the back, there was nothing. It's just all red. It's, I don't know. It was a cheap toy, but now he's a cool model kit. So with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope this finds you well. I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, a wonderful Christmas, and a happy New Year, in case I forget. So, um, yeah, the wife doesn't get off here until about 45 minutes, and then she's going swimming. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, guys. Peace.